What's up? What's up? What's up? How are you? Oh, I forgot to hit record on this beautiful button here. What's going on, y'all? How you doing today? Happy Friday. We made it to the end of another beautiful, glorious week. I am Demita McGee. Listen, if you are checking me out in Christian Founders, I am the founder of Christian Founders. So welcome to the community. I'm so grateful that you are here. This is me right here, so you'll know exactly who I am. Let's see, what else can I share with you? If you are watching on YouTube, however, I would love it if you would subscribe to the channel. So let me tell you really quick. The purpose of this channel, or the mission of this channel, the mission of Christian Founders, the mission of our coaching company is this. We want to help aspiring and existing entrepreneurs align their business with biblical principles, okay? We also want to help those aspiring entrepreneurs figure out what the heck they want to sell, so they can actually start generating some significant revenue for their business. That's the purpose. That's the mission. One small thing you can do to help with this mission, if you're on YouTube, is go ahead, like, and subscribe to this channel. Definitely share it, all the things. And if you are a part of Christian Founders, go ahead and share our community with some of your amazing entrepreneurial friends and family. The reason is because we know they're going to get some significant value, y'all. If we are not connected, why aren't we connected? Let's connect. This is my handle right here. Y'all see it? Bam. There I am right there. You can find me on YouTube and Instagram. So check it out. What I want to talk to you about today is money, metrics, all of that good stuff. What should you be measuring? The fact that we are 12 days into the year, or into the month at the time of this recording, and I've already superseded this month's revenue goal by 100%. How you can do the exact same thing. Okay. So listen, it's funny because yesterday on the 11th, that's when I noticed that, you know what? I hit the very first goal. We literally doubled the revenue from last month. Doubled. Now, that's the first goal. That's not the ultimate goal for the month. And that happened in 11 days. So you guys, I want you to see or understand that in 11 days, we're able to double that revenue. That's a big deal. And so one of the things that I want you guys to understand as a Christian founder, as the wealthy-minded, Christian, is this: money is not a bad thing. If you want to figure out how to increase your revenues, you got to make sure you are doing the right things. You have money top of mind, your revenue top of mind. It's not something that's hindsight, that's not important, and that you're measuring the right things. So I'm going to talk about how I did that, and it's really straightforward and it's really simple. But one of the things we're going to start with first is one of the biggest fears that a lot of us have, and the reason we're not hitting those goals already. The primary reason a lot of you guys, or a lot of us, haven't hit the monetary goals that we currently have is our biggest fear. If you are just launching your business, if you have not superseded $25,000 in annual revenue, and I'll be honest with you, although millions of people are entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, business owners, do you know the overwhelming majority of people who are operating a business do not earn revenue in excess of $25,000 a year? I want y'all to hear that again. The overwhelming number, it's an astronomical number. The majority of business owners do not earn more than $25,000 in revenue a year. Okay. And so one of the biggest reasons, especially when you're in that group, and I've suffered from it myself, the biggest reason is merely fear. Is it fear? What other people think. A lot of you guys are well respected in your day job. Let's just say you're a teacher. Let's say you're a physician. Let's say you're in some type of respected managerial position. And what happens is you start to think, how in the world can I walk away from this well-respected position, even though I'm not happy, in order to start a business? What is my family going to think? How is it going to look? Can I even really do this? All of those things, right? And so that stops us from really getting off the ground. So the primary reason is because you're so well respected in your day job that it's hard to really push and pursue the business that you really want to go after. And can I get a real amen on that one? Okay. So one of the biggest things you're going to have to do is get over that fear in order to move forward and really push your revenue goals forward. So how did we double just yesterday, by the 11th day of the month. How do we double revenue from the previous month? You guys, it's really simple. We made it top of mind. It was a priority for me. So every day, every single day, there was a money generated activity. There was an income generated activity. So my first question for you is, do you do an actual income generating activity every single day, right? I did a time audit. You guys, I was shocked when I did this time audit of just how much time I actually waste, right? How much time I spend getting started, but not necessarily executing and finishing. Oh, this didn't work out right. And so then my mind gets diverted to something else. How many times does that happen to you during the course of the day when you are working exclusively on growing your business? And so what happens is, because something is challenging, that doesn't mean it's impossible. That means it's challenging. So maybe getting, consistent leads for you is challenging. And so as a result, your mind drifts to something that's easier. And so you end up doing the busy work instead of the income producing activity. Let me give you an example of an income producing activity. Have you officially launched your business yet? And I know, I get it. I can almost feel it. You're like, yes, I've talked about it on social media. I've done all the things, but does your own network know? That part. Does your own network know? I want you to think about, if you were to open up your phone right now and look at all the telephone numbers you have, go all the way to the bottom of your phone book in your phone. How many numbers are in your phone? Mine is 876, I think, right? And so when you go to the bottom of your phone, you may have a couple thousand, you may have a couple of hundred. But my question for you is, have you officially let everybody that's in your phone know that you are open for business? Have you launched? Or have you announced it on social media and assumed that because you announced it, everyone knows? Do you know that the overwhelming majority of your network on social media does not see your posts? And you believe that they do, but they don't. They have no idea. So what's an actual income generating activity? Actually talking to your network, your personal network. When you first launch your company, when you first launch your business, you guys, this is really big. This is really key. There are a lot of people that are in your personal network, your network, that are going to be your first sets of clients and customers. So when I say clients, I want you to know that that's the same thing as a customer, however, whatever terminology you use for your business, okay? So just substitute clients for whatever terminology you use. So your first sets of clients, 9 times out of 10, are going to be from your personal network. But if your personal network does not know about your business, how can they be your clients? And so one of the first things that you got to start doing is actually reaching out to them. Y'all, it could be something super, super simple, like a text message, like an email, super simple. Hey, what's going on? I've officially launched my business. I'm really excited about it. I'm a coach. I'm a consultant. I'm a whatever. I'm selling candles, whatever it is that you're doing. And I wanted to let you know. If you need this, if you want to, just simply text me back or reply to my email. But if you also know somebody else that can do it, can you just pass this information along? Thank you so much. Send that message out 50 to 100 times and see if you don't actually get a customer or a client, and even personalize it. I'm not talking some mass email. If you're mass emailing it, you're doing it wrong. I'm talking about individual messages, individual text messages, individual emails, individual phone calls. I'm talking about that type of grassroots legwork. Do that 50 to 100 times and then tell me that you don't get a customer or you don't get a client, right? So the biggest thing this month, in these first 11 days, I know we're on the 12th day, but you guys, we doubled our revenue from last month yesterday. We hit that goal yesterday. That was the first goal. That's not my ultimate goal for the month for revenue at all. It's not. Okay. But listen to this. If you do that every day, top of mind, making business a priority, making revenue a priority, then you'll actually start to hit some of your revenue goals. But let me tell you what I found as a result of the time audit I did for myself. I thought I was making it a priority, yet I wasn't. Check that out. My time audit taught me that out of the entire day, the entire day. And I'm still doing that audit, you guys. I'm doing 2 weeks, a 2-week time audit. And so what I'm doing is tracking like every 15 minutes, being diligent about what did I just do with those last 15 minutes? And I'm telling you, after the very first 24 hours, then 48 hours, I was shocked at the amount of time that I was wasting. And then it was obvious. It only took 2 days to figure it out. After those 2 days, look what happened. By the 11th day of the month, we already doubled revenue because I thought it was a priority and it wasn't. Okay. I thought it was a priority. It wasn't. So first things first, get out of your head. Don't worry about your well-respected position that you have during the day. Don't worry about that. Okay. How can you stop doing that? What would your mother think if she knew that you stopped this well-respected position in order to actually build a business, or you're building this business along the side so it can replace your well-respected position, but you're miserable, right? So get over those fears. Right? Do it anyway. You're building a muscle. Now, so the primary reason that I hit that goal was because I was diligent every single day. It took 2 days for me to see that I was wasting a hell of a lot of time. Now that we know that, what I want you to understand is moving forward, there's some things that you really need to measure when it comes to your business, because oftentimes since we're measuring the wrong things, we're getting the results that we don't want, right? We're measuring things like social media likes. How many follows am I getting? How many people are commenting on my video? How many people saw my reel? We're looking at that stuff when you don't have enough money coming in the door. Those things are great, but if you want to hit your revenue goal, that's your top priority. And then social media is secondary. That is why a lot of us think that we've launched our business because we've posted it on social media, but you don't have no clients coming in the door. That's because people don't know yet. So your first priority is your personal network. Okay. Now that we're beyond that part. So what should you be measuring if likes aren't most important? Because you cannot buy dinner with social media likes, right? You can't get groceries with a large number of video plays on your reels. Like you can't take that to the bank and cash that out. So we got to look at what should you actually be measuring. So instead of measuring and focusing on your social media metrics, especially if you have not hit any revenue goals that you want to look specifically at these key performance indicators, also called KPIs. I've talked about this in the past, but I want to share with you a KPI, also a key performance indicator. All right. There's a fancy definition out there, but let me tell you what it is for you. A key performance indicator, or KPI, they are units of measure to show you how your business is doing in a particular area. So there are various KPIs that you can check, that you can measure. You can measure things like customer acquisition cost. How much does it cost for me to acquire a customer? If you are running any type of advertisements, Facebook advertisements, podcast advertisement, YouTube advertisement, Instagram advertisement, Google ads, if you're doing any kind of advertising at all, you want to know, how much is it costing me to acquire a customer when I use these ads? Like, what is it costing me? That's an important metric, right? If that's something you're doing, that's an example of one. If you run ads, another thing that would be important for you to look at is what's called a CPC, or cost per click. How much is it costing me when a person actually clicks on this ad? That's important. The lower your cost per click, the better, right? If you're measuring email marketing, like say you're sending out emails, you want to know what your open rate is. That's a KPI that you can measure. How many people are actually opening the emails that I send them? Another metric that's important, if you're looking at something like this that you can measure, would be a click-through rate, right? A CTR. How many people are actually clicking through and clicking on those links, those hyperlinks that I put in my email? Those are all types of KPIs. But what KPIs should you be focused on and should you be measuring? I'm going to give you 3 very specific KPIs that you should be looking at every single day and every single week. And you cannot let a week go by without paying attention to these. Number 1 is your revenue. Your revenue is how much money your company is earning. How much money are you bringing in the door? That's number 1. Number 2, your expenses. How much money are you spending? Okay. How much are you spending on that email marketing software? How much money are you spending on ads if you're doing them? And real story, if you have not let your personal network know about your business and you're running a bunch of ads on social media and you're not getting a return on them, you're wasting money on some expenses there. If you're not seeing a return, I get it. I know marketers will tell you you absolutely need to do it. But if your personal network doesn't even know about your business, I'm just saying, let's put it in perspective, right? So number one, revenue, how much money are you bringing in the door? Number two, expenses, how much money are you spending? And number three, profit. Your profit is the difference between those two numbers. When you deduct your expenses from your revenue, how much money is left over? So someone who is earning, I'll put the question this way. Someone may be earning $1,000 a month. Someone else is earning $10,000 a month. Who's doing better? Without knowing all the details, we couldn't say. See, that person who is earning $1,000 a month, if their expenses are $100, that means their profit is $900. 1,000 minus 100 is 900, right? But our $10,000 a month earner, let's say they're earning $10,000 in revenue, but let's just say their expenses are $9,500 a month because they're running a ton of ads. They have a lot of systems and things in place. And so their expenses are $9,500. Well, guess what? Their profit is $500. And in this scenario, the person who is earning the least is actually doing better financially than the person who's earning the most. That is why all those numbers are important. Your profit is also known as your income. It is what you are actually bringing home. Okay. So going forward, these are the three numbers you must absolutely measure every single day, week, month, quarter, year. You cannot let a week go by without measuring your revenue, how much money you're bringing in the door, your expenses, how much money you're spending, and your profit, the difference between the two. You must measure those. And now you can look at your daily activity, right? So you can really focus on those income generating activities, because you cannot be a Christian founder who wants to earn 5 figures a month if you cannot pay attention to the money that's going out of the door. I remember when I was an operations manager in retail, we could bring in as much money as we wanted to, but if we couldn't stop the bleeding from the bottom, it didn't matter. Our profit was going to be really, really low. Really low. Okay. So today I just wanted to hop in here or on here, and I wanted to share a few things with you. One, we actually hit our first revenue goal for the month. But remember, the month is not out. We have to control expenses this month. See? So we hit our first revenue goal. I have a bigger revenue target in mind for the month, but we hit the first one. Within the first 11 days of the month, we doubled our revenue from last month. Y'all, that's huge. And how did I do it? By making it a priority, by talking about my offer on a regular basis, by reaching out to potential customers. This is the other thing I want you to know. How did we do that? One, I actually reached out to potential clients and communicated with them. I wasn't too proud to say, listen, you are my dream client. I would love to work with you. Absolutely love to work with you. Okay. And being very diligent every single day. Okay. Getting over the biggest fears at the first level where you're learning or where you're earning less than $25,000 a year, which is the overwhelming majority of businesses here in the United States. One of the biggest fears that people have is, what will other people think? I'm challenging you to let that fear go. And then making sure we're measuring the right things. You guys, next week, I'm really excited to get into pricing. So next Friday, I'm actually going to talk about pricing. What should you charge? Let me tell you, it is not what you think. A lot of people charge by the hour. You know why we charge by the hour? Because we've been conditioned through our employee mindset that that's what we're supposed to do. So since we practiced it every single day, we go to work, we earn a wage based on the hour. We think as an entrepreneur, that's exactly how we should set our business up. But I'm here to tell you that is the absolute wrong way to set up your structure for your business. Are there other options? Yes, there are. I'm going to show you how to focus on value-driven pricing. For example, my one-on-one coaching, right? If someone wants to work with me one-on-one, we just upgraded the program. I'm really excited. Congratulations to our 2 beta clients who scooped that thing up for next to nothing. $500. Listen, we are working very, very closely with those clients. But guess what? That same service is now $2,500 a month. You know why? Because I can almost assure you, if you follow the program and follow the system of what we put in place, you're going to get high ticket clients. If it costs you $2,500 for the month, but you earn $10,000 for the month, was it worth it? Absolutely. So I'm going to teach you value-based pricing next week. What should you be charging for your service? We're going to talk about that next Friday. Before we get off of here today, I don't even know if I have it in here yet, but if you are trying to figure out, you're watching this, you're like, this sounds amazing, but I still haven't figured out my service yet, Demeter, but I'm learning and I'm watching, because when I finally get this thing off the ground, this is what I'm going to do. I want to help you figure out what your service should be. If you're trying to figure out what should I sell, I don't even know what to sell. Let me help you. Let me help you. Let me help you figure out how to sell a profitable service. So go right here to ultimatekit.demetamcgee.com. That's my newest free ebook. It will walk you through how to create a service that you can sell that will actually be profitable. Okay. Create a service that you can sell that will actually be profitable. That's huge. And if you know that you want some coaching support, I want you to text me. I want you to text coach to this number, 708-406-9195. If you are looking for a business coach who can help collapse those time frames and help you get this thing done, and you literally want to earn 5 figures a month. You're looking for those infamous $10,000 months that you've heard about. Let me help you get there. So thank y'all so much for hanging out with me. I appreciate you. I see you out there. Have an amazing weekend. Remember, next Friday, same bat time, same bat channel, we're going to dig into pricing. And I appreciate you. You guys have a wonderful rest of your weekend. I'll see you next week. Bye for now.